Okay guys, today's session is going to be on exchange rates. So we've done direct proportion, we've then done ingredients work, and now we're doing exchange rates. Okay, again this was answered poorly on the exam, on the assessment, so it's really important that we all get involved in it. Okay, I'm going to go through a few examples with you guys, and then I will send through an exam pack which then you'll crack on with. Okay, so the currency conversion, our rate of exchange for pounds to euros is £1 to €1.20. So I'm going to go £1 here and then €1.20 here. How many euros would you get for £50? Right, because they give you the £50, you then put the £50 underneath the pound section. That's the euro section, that's the pound, so 50 goes underneath here. So to get from 1 to 50, we times by 50, so therefore we times by 50 here, and that, using a calculator, would get you €60. So £50, if we convert it into euros, would be the same as €60. Okay? Here, how many pounds would you get for €18? Again, you know the exchange rate is £1 is €1.20. And because they give you €18, you put that underneath the euro section, which is here. So the euro section goes here, 18. Now, similar to direct proportion, guys, this is a bit more complicated because you have to work out how many times €1.20 goes into 18. So to do that, we go the opposite way to divide to find out how many times. So 18 divided by €1.20 is 15. So therefore you know that to get from here to here, you would multiply by 15. So therefore we do the same one here, multiply by 15. £1 times 15 is £15. So therefore €18 would be the same as £15 in England. Okay, so that is 2 questions on exchange rate for you guys. Right, here's another one. This time they say £1 is $1.54, so we must be talking probably about America, I'm assuming. So I'll write that down here. £1 is the same as $1.54. Right, slightly different type of question, this one. A jumper is £40 in England. So I'm going to write England, the jumper is £40, and it's $62 in America. So in America, the same jumper is $62. Using the exchange rate, where will it be cheaper to buy the jumper? Now, it's important. Some people get too caught up in using both of these numbers. Don't. Just look at one of them and say, right, well, if I was looking at England, which is £40, using the exchange rate, I wonder how much that £40 would represent if it was in dollars. So therefore I'm going to use this one here and put it in. So therefore the £40 would go underneath here because it's on the pound section. From get to 1 to 40, I multiply by 40. So therefore I'd also multiply this by 40. Again, I use my calculator at this point. I'm going $1.54 times by 40 is 61.6. 61.6, which is $61.60. That's what I need. Because now the question says, where is it cheaper? Now you've worked out that in England, £40 represents $61.60. In America, the jumper is $62. So because $61.60 is less than $60, it's going to be cheaper here, and therefore it's cheaper in England, because that represents the £40. So you'd say it's cheaper in England because in England, after I converted it to dollars, it's $61.60, whereas in America it's $62. Okay, so that's how you would deal with with that question. You just simply make it the same currency and then you can compare them. Okay, so I've got one final one there. What I might suggest is that you look at the PowerPoint or if you can read it from here and do that instead. So pause the video if you want to, then I'll go through the answer. Okay, so if you paused it, hopefully now you're ready for me to go through the answers. So Harry bought a bag in Rome. The bag cost €60.75. In London, the same bag cost £40. The exchange rate is £1 to €1.35. So £1 to $1.35. Compare the cost. So what I'd do is I'd say, okay, I know that is if I bought it in Rome, and this is if I bought it in London. So how about if I work out how much that London price is if I converted it to euro? So the £40 will go there. I then say, right, times it by 40. Times it by 40. So therefore €1.35 times 40 is 54. So therefore that would be €54. Therefore you now look at the question and say, well, if that bag was in England, so this is the England bag, if that bag was in England, it will be €54. Whereas in Rome, it's €60.75. So it's cheaper, therefore, in England to buy the bag. Okay, so that was that one. This one here, Joel bought trainers in Munich for that. So I'm going to put Munich, and it's €115.90 because Munich's in Germany. The London trainers, so London trainers cost £103. Now the exchange rate they've given us is £1 for every €1.22. Now, as always, guys, I like to just keep it as easy as I can, so I stick with the London price. So I'm going to label that London here. £1. I know it cost £103 in London, so I'd go 103 here to work out how much that was if I was to be in euros. So I'd do times by 103 times by 103. Again, using the calculator, I would do €1.22 times by 103, which is 125.66. Right, so that's how much it is in London. I now compare it to how much it was in Munich. So in London, the equivalent is €125.66, whereas in Munich, it's €115.90. So therefore, the cheaper one is going to be in Munich, because that is a smaller amount of euros than that. So therefore, your answer is it is cheaper to buy in Munich. Okay, so that's how we deal with these exchange rate problem questions. So I really hope that you do the exam pack now after watching this video, smash it out, and you'll understand it much more than hopefully you do already. Okay.